This is Fox 13 News at 4.
Now on Fox 13 News, investigators believe an arsonist is already behind more than half a dozen fires. It's happening in Seattle, and firefighters say they need the public's help to stop the person responsible. Plus, the Mariners are prepping for a playoff road trip, heading off to Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. What the M's need to do to extend their season even further as the regular season comes to a close today. And for a community devastated by flooding, it is taking nearly a year just to get permits to rebuild. Homeowners are frustrated. And today, Fox 13 is asking Island County leaders why it is taking so long. But first at 4, Seattle police are investigating more than half a dozen fires because they think they were intentionally set. The damage stretches from the International District to Pioneer Square, ranging from small dumpster fires to one incident, leaving thousands of dollars in damage to one property under renovation. Thank you for joining us for the News at 4. I'm Hannah Kim. Fox 13's Steve Kiggins is live in Seattle to explain why investigators flagged these fires as suspicious.
Yeah, Hannah, Seattle Fire says, look, they respond to hundreds and hundreds of calls every year, and fires as well, not to mention. But what makes this different is these fires are in a very small area and all were sparked in a very short, recent period of time, very close together. And first responders are hoping that our viewers can help put a stop to this before the next fire turns even more destructive.
This used to be a vibrant community, but now it's nothing. This is nothing. It's got to change.
Duncan Monago catches a bus at 12th and Jackson in the International District multiple times a week to see his doctor. It's the same area Seattle police has for weeks deployed emphasis patrols to clamp down on crime. But Monago says cops have more work to do.
They need to clean it up down here. You know, you're afraid to get off the bus. You just get off the bus right here on 12. All you see is meth and crack. They just smoking in broad daylight.
Look what's right over there.
Yeah, police right over there. They don't do nothing.
He says the crowds of criminal activity isn't as large as it had been before patrols, but he's not surprised to see property damage like this, shattered glass and scorched walls. This fire is just one of 7 Seattle fire investigators believe to have been intentionally set. Each blaze sparked last Sunday, October 2nd, forming a trail of destruction from the International District to Pioneer Square.
And this is what we get. This is what, our taxpayers, this is what's going on. This got to be changed.
In some cases, dumpsters were set ablaze and others rubbish lying on the ground. An electric scooter was torched at one location, and Seattle Fire believes arson is to blame for around $5,000 in damages at this building. Most of these crimes happening between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m., says SFD.
The fires happened in a relatively short period of time in a small space. And so that's one of the reasons that raises concern. We do get fires throughout the entire city. Last year we had over 20,000 fires that we responded to, but it's the quick succession in a small area that raises concern.
Seattle Fire handed over its investigation to Seattle Police for criminal inquiry. The fire department says nobody was injured and suggests business owners lock away dumpsters and keep litter swept to avoid new fires. Monago says it might be time to reach out to an old friend and let a fire under city officials.
I went to school with our mayor, Bruce Harrell, and so I'm going to have to go talk to him.
So tonight we still don't know exactly if investigators believe one person was responsible for these fires or many. Seattle police couldn't tell us any kind of suspect description, but they did suggest, look, if you see something suspicious, they want to be on top of it, you can call 911 to see if you see anything out of the ordinary dealing with fire. We're live in Pioneer Square tonight. Steve Kiggins, Fox 13 News.